Hey, how's it going out there, everybody? Cool Colas here to bring you the hustler's perspective. I hope everybody's having a good day today. Got a pretty interesting topic for you guys today. I wanted to kind of tell you all about something that I feel is going to get your brain juices kind of flowing and get you going and thinking about some ideas that can kind of help you out in the long run. But I want to talk to you all about 15 different businesses that you can start with little to no money. So before I get into the topic, I kind of want to tell you why this topic I thought was pretty important. So the first thing is, I think that it's a myth that when people say that it takes a ton of capital to start any business. There are a ton of businesses out there that you can start for almost no capital at all. Or if you are spending a little bit of money, it's not going to be anything detrimental to probably what you're already making. I think that a lot of people have this idea of business that they're gigantic corporations or even small corporations that are going to take a lot of capital. Now, mind you, it may take a little bit of capital to get some of these things started, but it won't take a whole lot. Some of these things could be as simple as needing a camera or needing a good computer to try to take notes or needing something that you can, record things on. So, I mean, really, to be honest, it's not really going to be a whole lot. So I think that the reason why I was inspired to talk about this is because I wanted to help people who had or don't have a job and are broke and they don't really know where they see themselves going in the long run because the job market is so difficult. Maybe this can inspire them to start something that's going to be of value in the long run. The other thing is I want to help post-college graduates. A lot of post-college graduates have a very difficult time finding a job in their profession or at all even, and I think in some cases. And I think it's kind of a tragedy after working so hard and then trying to go towards a degree of your choice. And to me, I just feel like it just doesn't really make sense. So I think that in the meantime, I think it's important to kind of start some of these like side businesses that will help and help a person find that fulfillment that they're looking at. I think tons of people are dying who are have these like business ideas. They are dying to kind of get these ideas out of there, and maybe they have like a business, a set of business ideas that they could see themselves doing, and they're not sure which direction to kind of go in because of the idea of this myth that it takes a lot of capital. So that's another thing that another group of people I want to kind of appeal to. People who have a ton of business ideas and they're not sure where to go. So here's a couple of them, and I'll kind of go into brief detail as to why I think they're good, but I won't go into anything too deep as I would in any other video. So the first thing I would say is a laundry cleaning service. Maybe you have an idea where you can go around and you can go to people's houses, collect a basket of laundry from them, and then go and you can wash it for them, and then they can you can deliver it back to them. And this could be typically for people who have 1,001 errands and they don't have time to get things done, like such as laundry and things like that. Maybe you can create a service where you can go and you can do it for them and then wash it how they have, like give a set of instructions, and then deliver it back to them. You can get a fee for doing that. You can start a business like that. And then what you can do is you can actually hire employees who can help you do that all over your area or your town or your city. So I think that's going to be a really cool one for people to try out. I think it'll be profitable because, you're always going to wash clothes because clothes are going to get dirty if you wear them. Next thing I would say is editing and writing. If you were like me and are a good writer, because I am a great writer, then you should be able to start a business where you can edit papers, because you always got people who have college papers. You got people who are writing letters, people who are writing letters of recommendation, people who are have some type of like critiquing that they need done. So that's always going to be in demand, and that's not going to cost you really too much of anything besides having a computer where you can check the stuff and then send it back to the person. The next thing I would say is tutoring business would be cool. If you have a mastery in a certain subject and there's struggling children who need help in like whatever subject it is, then you could be that person who could help them out by having your own tutoring business. Maybe you have people who are bad at science or bad at math. You could charge them like per the hour, or per day or whatever it is, and then teach them how to do certain things, and then try to help them, get on their feet and be on their way. So that's another thing. A virtual assistant is the fourth one I came up with here. Virtual assistant is a really cool one because there's a lot of people, especially people who are very wealthy, who do not have the time to do some of the menial tasks that need to get done in their regular life. And you could be that person who does that for them, and they pay you a fee to do those tasks. Like maybe you need to, maybe they need a call to book a flight to go somewhere for business, or maybe they need to pick up someone and then drop them off, or maybe they need to pay a couple bills here or there. You could be that virtual assistant who could get those things done. And you could do that, and maybe, and I said pick up somebody. That's not really virtual, but you get the point on all the other things. Like you could like do a lot of scheduling and just things like that for a person who's extremely busy. The next thing too is resume writing. For resume writing, this is a really important one. I think it's going to be in demand as long as there's going to be jobs out there for people to get. It's going to be a good business because you can help people by giving them top-notch resumes to help them secure jobs or the jobs that they've always wanted just by what they put on paper. And this is a really good one, especially if you're a good writer, and especially if you're very intricate, and especially if you're like very detail oriented. So that's another one to look into. The next one I would say is a content curator. Essentially, they organize content and like convey it so that when it's published, and you know, this is from like a social media perspective, and so when it's portrayed, it can be portrayed in a manner where it's appealing to the eye. So content curator can be flushing out things that aren't important, and then like putting in things that would like attract other people to a certain product or to a certain thing. So that could be an important one that can be like on an online basis. The next thing I would say is event planning. Event planning is a really good one because there's always events going on where you have people meeting up. So it could either be like a charity, it could be a party, it could be some type of like shower. It doesn't, like a baby shower, a bridal shower, whatever it is. You could like create like a venue and create I guess like a time frame for the event and how things are going to be scheduled and stuff like that, and getting things together with I guess these places that people are trying to have events at. So that's another good thing as well too. There's not really high startup costs there, just a lot of just detail again. The next thing is a YouTube vlogger. That can be an actual lucrative business in the long run. That's kind of what I'm doing here. But what you essentially want to do is you want to build a good traffic. You want to have good marketing skills. So you want to be able to tell people about this channel that you have and the information that you have to convey, and then have good content for them to be able to hear and listen to you say. So that's another good thing right there. Pet sitting is another good one, and I talked about this before in the video where I talked about different businesses that children can do. This is an important one because in the long run you actually can benefit from this, because it allows you to be able to take care of pets and then get money for doing something that I think most people enjoy doing. I think that it's something that's always going to be in demand because everybody always has a pet. I think that people like to go out of town, or they like to go somewhere and they need their pet watched. I think it's cool to have somebody who can earn money by just spending some time with an animal, which is going to be relaxing to them as well too, unless of course the pet is a terror. But I think overall it will be an enjoyable experience. Travel expert. You could be a travel agent or someone who can like help book these like dream trips for people basically, and get them all set up. I think this is an interesting one for anybody who loves traveling. There's not really a big startup cost there. You just have to kind of like pulley your own like set of people who would be interested in having like a travel package, and helping them kind of get to where they want to get to and set up their dream vacation for a good cost. So the other one I would say is a concierge service, which is essentially kind of like a virtual assistant, but I guess this is where that picking up and dropping off thing I mentioned earlier could be used. So I got it confused, I think, with the concierge. You essentially can perform tasks and do consistent duties for a person who needs them done. So basically you could be a service that helps people get things done that they need to get done that may or may not necessarily be virtual. So I mean, it's kind of similar to a virtual assistant. The next thing is bookkeeping. You could be someone who's keeping a record of like accounting issues and things like that for a person, generally a business-oriented person who does not have the time to do it themselves. These are always in high demand. There's somebody who's always looking for a bookkeeper who can kind of help them stay on track and stay on record. So if that's something that you're interested in, I would check that out as well too. The next one is blogging. For blogging, that's something I do as well too. Blogging can be very lucrative, but again, it's kind of like the YouTube channel. You have to be able to build a consistent traffic. You have to have people who are interested in your topic, so therefore your topic has to be very interesting. You have to have something that it's in some way you're going to have to monetize it, so you're going to have to build a business from like all the stuff that you say, which could mean affiliate marketing, which could mean ads. It could mean a lot of different things. So that's something else that can end up being a business. That one is hard, a lot of hard work. I will tell you right now, it's a whole lot of hard work, but I think you'll get there if you stay consistent. The next thing is house painting. This one's always going to be in demand because everybody has their own sense of decor, the way that they see their house looking or the way they see their home looking. And they may not have the time to be able to paint it because they have a bunch of other responsibilities that they need to take care of. So it could be your job to go in and get a good paint job for their home, and you could get paid for taking the time to like take care of those things. So that's another thing to kind of consider too. The last thing is tax preparation. Around February or March, you will make a killing because everybody in America needs to file taxes. So you're always going to have this as a business in February and January for sure. So this is something that is, if you're good at math and you're good at being organized and looking at things the right way and being intricate, then this is a good like little business that you can kind of start for yourself. I would even encourage you to make business cards for this one and start learning that skill like as soon as you can, because this can really earn you a nice bit of money. So anyway, I hope these were some good ideas or business ideas that can get your mind going and getting you to think about things that you kind of want to do with I guess like in your future, or things that you could potentially become very passionate about if you aren't already passionate about them. So anyway, if you guys liked what you saw today, then feel free to subscribe to The Hustler's Perspective. If you want to see more on my Facebook page and about this actual YouTube channel, then follow me at The Hustler's Perspective YouTube channel. If you guys want to actually check out my blog, then you can check me out at hustlersjackpot.com. If you want to follow my Facebook page for my blog, you can follow me at The Hustler's Jackpot. If you want to follow my business page, you can follow me at The Hustler's Jackpot. And if you want to follow me on my personal page, you can follow me at Cool Colas. Again, I hope you guys had a good day. Hope you guys enjoyed what I had to say today. There's going to be a whole lot more to come. Keep tuning in. And with that being said, I'll see you later. Keep hustling.